to sports.
From clubs
to sports.
We've got the scoop.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ready? Begin.
Good morning, Centurions.
I hope you guys are having
No. Good morning, Centurions.
I hope you guys are having a great start. Maria, are you excited for Christmas?
Duh, it's Christmas. Who isn't excited? Are you excited?
Of course! I already have my decorations up. I hung up my stocking. I made gingerbread cookies. And
Okay, Valerie, that's enough. Let's get into some school news.
to start off, here's something more serious than we usually talk about: suicide prevention. The production crew of the Inside Scoop has created a public service announcement video about suicide prevention.
If you have ever given the thought to the possibility of harming yourself or know someone who might be thinking about harming themselves, please have a pen and paper ready to write down some information at the end of this video.
Have you noticed anything different about Ricardo? I've noticed that he's been acting more distant lately.
Yeah, he hasn't really been participating in science class projects. We were supposed to be working on something together, but he wanted to work alone.
From what I've researched, I noticed that Ricardo might be a danger to himself.
What do you mean?
I'm afraid he might be thinking about committing suicide. Hey Ricardo, we need to talk about what we've been noticing lately.
What have you noticed?
You lost interest in your schoolwork, like when you chose to work alone in science class instead of working with me.
You've been hanging out by yourself a lot, and you've totally changed the way you dress.
Are you thinking about suicide?
Well, I thought about it and just don't care anymore.
Well, we care. We want to help, and we know we can get it.
Once again, in case you missed it, here is that important information.
The Gay Street Alliance Club meets today after school in room 5210.
Also, the race team meets today after school in Mr. Binkleson's room in 333.
Centuries Ethnicity International Club meets today in Mr. Lahan's room 5202. Let's get into some sports.
Are you interested in trying out for the boys volleyball team, but you missed last week's meeting? Great news! Coach Mr. Mufson will be having another boys volleyball sign-up meeting this Thursday, November 30, after school.
This sign-up will only be for anyone who missed last week's meeting. Also, as a reminder for anyone who signed up last week, please don't forget that you will need to have a completed physical packet before tryouts.
Also, shooting three-pointers on the court was basketball. Coming at us with that win. Here's a clip to show you guys what went on.
I'm here on the other side with our varsity boys basketball team taking on the Laguna Hills. Let's see how they do.
Hard back up, please. Hard back up. Hard back up. Hard back up, Melvin. Go, all right.
My name is Coach Young, the varsity basketball coach. How do you think they performed today?
Well, we played pretty well. A lot of young guys playing tonight. We started 3 sophomores and a freshman, so I'm very happy. We played a good team from South County, and to come out with a win is really good for our team, a good start for the season.
How do you think your season's going to look like?
Well, we have to improve. We have some things that we didn't do well tonight that when we get to league, we've got to clean up a little bit, but we're confident if our guys keep working hard, we're going to get the results we want.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The score was 54-39. Good job, boys, taking that win. The girls' score was 56-14. Sadly, they lost.
Also, the girls' varsity and JV soccer team is having a home game today versus Fireball, so you should go support them. Maria, let's try something new. Let's play Would You Rather.
All right, you start.
Okay. Would you rather be a superhero for the day or a supervillain for the day?
Probably a superhero.
I kind of would be a supervillain, like going into Forever 21 and like taking their clothes. You know?
Yeah, true that. I don't know, superhero. All right, I got one for you. Would you rather have a blue tongue or a blue finger?
Blue finger.
Why
So it
blue
could be like
finger?
I'm turning into a Smurf.
Okay.
All right, that's all we have for you guys today. Bye.